Hey everyone, we found out some news today that Harley Quinn is getting not a solo movie, but a spin-off of Suicide Squad. Margot Robbie will both star in and produce the film. They have an unnamed female screenwriter currently working on it. Warner Brothers is apparently very keen on this, and the gist of it is that it would bring other female DC superhero and supervillain characters into this movie. And there's already some chatter about some of them. We'll get to that in a second. But first off, Joshua, as our comics editor, what do you think about Harley Quinn getting a spin-off movie?
Having not seen Suicide Squad because it's not out yet, but just from what I've seen from the trailers, I feel like she really embodies what we like about Harley Quinn, of just the kind of crazy personality and like the voice and everything. So yeah. I feel like she, and just the look of her as well. That is Harley Quinn. Like that's what I want to see on the big screen. So I feel like probably they feel that too.
Yeah.
And they want to get the ball rolling on spinning her off, because I think they have an idea that she's going to be a hit in this movie. But I feel like if being a comic book reader, you already know she's like a really big deal.
Yeah.
On the shelves, she currently has 3 different comic book series. Actually 4 if you count Suicide Squad comic, which she's also a member of, but 4 with her name, or 3 with her name in the title. So I feel like she's already a franchise. She's huge with merchandise. She's everyone's like internet avatar, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
tons
it's a
of
no-brainer.
fan art.
She's already, I mean, Margot as Harley is already the breakout of that movie, and to point out, hasn't even come out yet.
Yeah.
More people are talking about her than they're talking about. And this isn't to denigrate any of these actors or their characters, but talking about her more than Will Smith, a major movie star as Deadshot. You know, Margot Robbie is still an up-and-comer. Her big breakthrough was Wolf of Wall Street. And, you know, this is going to be the thing to really make her a household name, I think. So Harley, obviously, from the comics, has enough to carry her own title and everything. And I think that it'll be interesting in the movie, this spin-off movie, what characters do you surround her with? I don't think you need to have Joker in there. You don't need to do her origin, because Suicide Squad is doing that.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I think you brought this up to me earlier, that Margot Robbie said she didn't want to do another story where the female character's whole shtick is her relationship to the male character.
Right.
I think they're getting that out of the way in Suicide Squad. So when she goes in to do her own thing, that she can be separate from the Joker. I feel like she'd referred to the Joker because that is like part of her DNA. It's like why she is who she is. But she's now like successfully in the comics become her own thing. The Joker is not a mainstay in her comic at all. She like does her own thing, and she is Harley Quinn first and foremost. And so I feel like that's the way to go, and they can definitely do that.
So let's spitball some ideas of who could be in there now. The Hollywood Reporter, who broke this news, said characters that have been mentioned include the Birds of Prey and Batgirl. Now, Jenna Malone was cast as Barbara Gordon in Batman v Superman. Was cut out of it. Will apparently, I believe, reportedly appear in the Blu-ray extended edition that's coming up.
So we could have Batgirl.
So probably have Batgirl. Katana is in Suicide Squad. She could possibly be in this movie, I'm imagining. But I think it's a safe bet that probably get Poison Ivy in her, right? Like
I feel like you bring in Harley's supporting cast, which is Poison Ivy, who she... friends, or are they lovers? I don't know, kind of dynamic. And you could bring in Catwoman as well, who's been like a Gotham City siren, which is Harley's little gang of villains. Actually, Harley in the comic books has a comic called Harley and Her Gang of Harleys, where there's a bunch of other people dressed up like Harley, and there's like Harvey Quinn, and there's like all these other like spins on who she is. The thing I really want to see is this creation by Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Conner. It's Bernie the beaver, which is a taxidermied beaver. Because Harley Quinn's like insane, so she has this stuffed beaver that like talks to her. Well, and she'll like respond to it and have conversations with it.
Well, this is okay. Now you mentioned that, but I don't think it's any accident that with the amazing success of Deadpool, a movie that will domestically end up making more money than BVS did. That they can't look at this character and be like, this could be our Deadpool. This could be, I mean, in the comics, occasionally she breaks the fourth wall, like Deadpool. She is the bad good person.
Like
you know?
anti-hero, with
like,
wacky personality.
You know, like they're out there. I mean, they can comment on the medium as much as they can just carry the story forward.
And they both wear red and black.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like it just seems like a no-brainer to just give her own movie, especially when there are so many doubts about the DC slate in terms of the tone of it. It's going to be too dark and dreary and that kind of thing. You know, knowing that Harley Quinn, who's already got people talking about Suicide Squad, already excited for that movie, knowing that she's going to be coming back to a screen, bringing in these other characters, you know, it's going to be exciting. It'll be fun to see what sort of direction, and it helps them kind of further define their movies from Marvel.
Yeah.
You know, even though, yes, I know I just said Deadpool.
And Deadpool was like a really good time, and I feel like Harley Quinn can do that as well. I would call her DC's Deadpool, even though she's very different in a lot of ways, but there's also a lot of similarities, like you're saying. And while Deadpool was like more of like a comedy, I feel like hers would be like a dark comedy, like even darker than Deadpool's,
and more probably
and that still fits in the DC universe. I feel.
Yeah, we see that with even the Suicide Squad trailers.
Yeah. So here's my pitch, right?
Okay,
so you know, almost like again in Deadpool, how like Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead were good guys. You know, the X-Men going after Deadpool. I feel like the Birds of Prey, like Batgirl, let's say Katana, or maybe not Katana because she was on the Suicide Squad, but Huntress and Black Canary, they show up as like a team going after Harley Quinn. Then Harley Quinn, but we're rooting for her the whole time. She has to assemble her own group, gets the Gotham City Sirens, Poison Ivy, then she can grab Katana, Catwoman, and then to like fight back. So it'll be like two like teams of female superheroes and supervillains like going at it. But it'll all be like this giant like cluster of misunderstanding, and it'll just be like delightfully mad.
All I want
Harley.
is Marjorie Terrell herself, Natalie Dormer from Game of Thrones, to play either Poison Ivy or Catwoman.
Oh, I could see her being a great Poison Ivy.
There you have it. Make it so. Just like we got Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange, I'm going to make this one happen. So
we all owe that to you. I forgot.
Well, you know, you're welcome. So, all right. We want to hear your thoughts. Are you excited for a Harley Quinn movie? What kind of female cast members or supporting characters, I should say, would you like to see in there? Do you want to see Poison Ivy, Birds of Prey? Let us know. For all things movies, DC and otherwise, keep it here on IGN.